Hi kids, it's Stacy again from the Worcester Public Library. Today for our fairy tale fun, we are going to be exploring the book Little Red Riding Hood. And then for our stem challenge, we're going to try to make a zip line. We want to make a zip line to potentially have Little Red Riding Hood send her basket of goodies to Grandma. That way, instead of going through the woods and instead of encountering the big bad wolf at all. So when you're ready, we'll get started on our book. Little Red by Bethan Wolven, and I'm reading it with permission from Peachtree Publishing. One day, Little Red's mother called to her. "Please, take some cake to your grandma," she said. "She's not feeling too well." So Little Red set off on her journey through the forest to Grandma's house. Before long, she met a wolf. "Where are you going?" he growled, which might have scared some little girls, but not this little girl. "To my grandma's," Little Red replied. "She's not feeling well." "Is that right?" asked the wolf. And he made a plan. What is our wolf thinking about here? What do you think his plan is? The wolf said goodbye to Little Red, took a shortcut through the trees, and found Grandma's house, which was unlucky for Grandma. So after the wolf ate Grandma, he put on her glasses and spare nightdress and climbed into her bed, and there he waited. It wasn't long before Little Red arrived and found that the door to Grandma's house was already open. She peeped in through the window. She couldn't see Grandma, but she could see a badly disguised wolf waiting in Grandma's bed, which might have scared some girls, but not this little girl. She made a plan and went inside. "Hello, Grandma," Little Red said, though she wasn't fooled for a minute. "Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have," she said. "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have," she said. And, "Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have," she said. "Why, yes, my dear," replied the wolf. "All the better to eat you with." And the wolf leapt forward, which might have scared some little girls. But not this little girl, which was unlucky for the wolf. So, what did she do to the wolf? And what is Little Red wearing now? The end. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed Little Red Riding Hood. This part of our stem challenge actually has two parts to it. First, we're going to want to construct a basket, and then we're going to build our zip line and see if the basket glides across easily. So for materials, you're just going to need a few things: a piece of paper, a paper or plastic cup, some tape, some string, and some scissors. So when you make your basket, you're going to be able to use any of the materials that you have on hand. So feel free to be creative with your basket. Just remember that you want to make something strong and that has a good supportive handle to go down the zip line. So for your zip line, the only materials that you're going to use are string and tape. We had Scotch tape at home, but you can really use whatever you have. So the only rule for your zip line is to make it at least 2 feet long. You want your basket to be able to slide down at least a 2-foot long zip line to complete the challenge. The other thing is when you set up your zip line, just remember to put one side of the string a little bit higher than the other side of the string. So for example, we put one end of our zip line on the table and the other part on a chair. Next, you'll want to test your zip line and your basket for their strength. So fill your basket halfway with water or another weighted material and see if it slides down the zip line. If your basket breaks or falls over, or in this case, as you can see in the picture, the basket just didn't make it completely down the zip line, you'll want to make your basket and your zip line a little bit stronger. So string and even paper are a lot stronger when you use many pieces together, so you might want to go back and add more string to your zip line or add more paper to your basket, and then when you're done, test the zip line again. Once you strengthen your zip line and your basket, test it again. Soon you'll have a working zip line to safely deliver Grandma's basket through the woods without encountering that big bad wolf. Okay kids, so I hope that you enjoyed the story of Little Red Riding Hood. I hope you were able to make a zip line to save Grandma from that big bad wolf. I just wanted to point out really quickly one version of Little Red Riding Hood that I really like. This is called Lawn Popo, and it's a Red Riding Hood story from China by Ed Young. This is a wonderful version of the book. It's a Caldecott winner, which means it won an award for some great illustrations and picture books. So when you get a chance, go ahead and take a look at that. So we'll see you next week. Next week we are going to be exploring Rapunzel. So we'll see you next Saturday. All right.